Georgia Hair Restoration Society held the first international congress in Holiday Inn. Hair loss today is one of the most common problems that concern more than half of the world's population. Modern people live in conditions of daily stress and the harmful effects of the environment, which negatively affects our health and often becomes the cause of various hair pathologies. The goal of the first International Congress of the Georgian Hair Restoration Society is to gather experts working both in our country and abroad to facilitate the exchange of experience between industry professionals. The event took place over 2 days. The official part of the first day began with a large-scale conference in the Holiday Inn. The meeting with Georgia was attended by representatives of 6 different countries. Today I want to note that the great merit in this direction belongs to the president of the association, Mr. Aleksiy Makharashvili. He is a very active person participating in the development of postgraduate programs at Tbilisi State Medical University. Today's conference is a great opportunity for professionals to share their experience and research results with each other. The Congress is very interesting. Its topics are of great importance for many industry experts, especially dermatologists and trichologists. I want to congratulate the Georgian medical community because conferences of such a scale and thematically very informative and highly professional level are very rarely held in Georgia, and I am very glad that many doctors are present at this event. I hope that this tradition, which was jointly laid by the Association of Georgian Dermatologists, the Association of Trichologists, and the Hair Transplantation Association, will continue in the future, and this cooperation will be mutually beneficial for everyone. I am very grateful to Professor Aleksiy Makharashvili for giving me the opportunity to come to your unusual country, which I have long dreamed about. As for the conference, it's very important for surgeons to get additional information, not just information, but information about how to manage the process and treat the patient. From this point of view, the first part of the conference was very interesting and informative. I want to congratulate Mr. Aleksiy Makharashvili personally, all of Georgia, and all members of the Georgian Hair Restoration Society for holding such a successful congress. This was the first international congress. Very urgent issues and very interesting topics were discussed both in trichology and in transplantology. I want to wish them success moving forward and even more interesting projects. Aleksiy Makharashvili and I have been friends for almost 20 years. We are connected by frequent communication and cooperation. He often helps my patients who want to transplant their hair. I help his patients. This is not my first visit in Georgia at a conference of this type, although I want to note that the event is getting better and better every year. As for Aleksiy Makharashvili, he is a master of this matter, and I respect him very much. The event indeed should be rated in the highest possible way. This is really so, since we rarely get to a conference of this kind of format. In this first half of the day, the therapeutic aspects of the treatment were considered, and the second half of the day was fully provided for the consideration of hair transplantation. We talked about anesthesiology. Accordingly, this format turned out to be very useful. since we saw a comprehensive approach, that is, those who are not already busy with trichology issues already know which direction to move, and those who worked in this direction will definitely learn a lot of new things, respectively. Unusual Congress and good format. In general, hair loss is a very urgent problem. Unfortunately, most patients and doctors look at this problem very superficially. Hair is considered as a separate organ, while hair loss is often a symptom of various internal diseases, so it is very important that doctors consider different problems together to prevent this from happening. Further development of pathological hair loss. Coordination of doctors of all these profiles together with a dermatologist is very important. Our society serves precisely this purpose. All its activities are aimed at exchanging experience between doctors of this profile so that a unified international standard of treatment is created. We plan to conduct annual congresses in Georgia and possibly in partner countries so that by joint efforts sooner or later we were able to solve this problem, which is called hair loss or baldness. Throughout the day, interesting reports were made on important and relevant topics. Each speaker at the end of the presentation was given a certificate. After the business part of the first International Congress of the Hair Restoration Society of Georgia was completed, the hosts and guests moved to an informal setting where a festive cutting of a grandiose cake took place.